Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nakho, and if you're new to this channel, you're very much welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and be part of this beautiful family. And if you're my returning Sabi, you're my day one, you already know what time it is. So please say it with me, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for showing support, showing love, and constantly showing up for me. So I really appreciate it. Okay, so in today's video we are not really continuing with the previous story, but the last story time, you guys wanted to know what happened to the friendship, what was the last straw, and how I got over the whole friendship. I'm not going to dwell much, right, on certain incident or certain whatever, but I will be sharing with you guys what happened and what was the last straw and how I got over everything. Okay, so make yourself comfortable, get yourself whatever you need to get, charger, water, whatever, please, Wi-Fi, whatever. By the way, now I'm having ice water, like cold water. Today I'm having cold water because for some reason I can't touch alcohol now. Hey, hate it here, hate it. But yeah, I need to hydrate as much as I can because I am in losing weight journey, so I'm losing so much water, sweating, so I need to hydrate all the time. Okay, so by the way, I'm gonna keep looking at my monitor because for some reason when I started shooting and the focus was just not focusing on this business. Okay, but I think we are back on track. Well, that's what I think. But yeah, I think we're back on track with that. So yeah, so let me quickly just get into it with you guys. Like I already mentioned certain incident with this friendship. I have overlooked a whole lot of things already in this friendship, like this Cape Town thing or the Cape Town thing, Leo thing. If you watch my story times, or if this is the first time watching me, I'd really advise you to watch my other story times so you can keep up with your girl. Hey. You can keep up with me. So at this point, I forgave her for kind of like telling my business to a man that she had no business with, right? I forgave that. I overlooked that. I kind of like told myself I'm gonna put it away because in all honesty I loved her. I really loved her. I really she was a huge part of my life, guys. I loved her not just as a friend, as a sister, as someone I confide in, as someone I get along with, as someone as a lifetime partner in a way, you know. I was really convinced that she was a soulmate to me, because yeah, she was a soulmate to me, because I honestly feel like some soulmates don't really have to be male people or males or men in general. I feel like if you find someone who really sparks your inner being and whatever, I look at that person as a soulmate. So and she was like a bigger sister, you know. I grew up alone. I didn't have sisters, didn't have siblings actually, so I looked up to her a lot, you know. Her approval mattered a lot, you know. And obviously we were in different places in life, which was fine and which was never a problem for me, right? I was married and she was still single. Our lives were different, you know. Our lives were very different. I was married and literally being taken care of, and she had to work for her things. To get what I'm saying? She had to work for things, yeah, nah. That's how different our lives are. But in other aspects, I felt like we were coming from a very same place, Nanaye, and I looked at it this way, that we're coming from the same place and we are working into getting out of this place. And you know, just prove to ourselves that it can be done. You can come out of anything. You can come out of a very disadvantaged situation, background, and make it. Doesn't matter how, but still, like, you know, be there, live your best life, and have a comfortable life for yourself. Right? So at this stage, with the incident happening, with the betrayals happening, and these betrayals are not coming from my side, these are betrayals that are coming from her side, with them happening, it's kind of bruising the friendship. It's kind of bruising both of us. Okay, not really both of us, or I would say it's kind of bruising me. I don't know what it was doing to her, you know, but I could feel us drifting slowly but surely, drifting slowly but surely. And at this point, she had moved to Cape Town full-time, right? Of which I was vouching for that move, you know, because I felt like there was so much more for her there. I felt like Cape Town had so much to offer her than East London. So I was also one of the people that were vouching for that move, right? I was really happy for her. So yeah, that happening, I remember she just randomly blocked me, right? She randomly blocked me everywhere. And bear in mind, we were following each other on Instagram, on Facebook. We were never friends. Don't ask me why. And then I never questioned it. I didn't feel like Facebook has to validate our friendship, to be honest. She blocked me on Instagram. She blocked me on not Facebook. She blocked me on WhatsApp and on Facebook, right? No explanation whatsoever. None of that whatsoever. So I kind of sent a text like, yo, what's wrong with you? And bear in mind, why can't I talk now? Bear in mind, this did not happen immediately after our fight about the Leo guy. No, the Leo guy thing was just swept under the carpet. We moved on from it. This was so random, out of the blue. We had no fight. We literally, right? So it was so random to me, like, why would you just block me and not say anything? So I questioned her, like, yo, what's up? I see I'm blocked everywhere. She's not returning my text. I think this happened for like a month, right? She did not talk to me for a month. I kid you not, for a month. And I did not know what to think of it, honestly. And then she came back saying I should stop being too clingy, and then Andy, what she did was to take a break from social media, and she just needed a break away from social media and all of that. There's no need for me to catch feelings, and you know. And I was like, yo, I was not catching feelings about the whole thing. I just felt like, since I'm your friend, to say, hey babe, I'm gonna be off social media. That's all. If you need me, call me. That's what friends do. Like, hello, right? So yeah, so she just did that, and then she came back like that, and she was like, no, I didn't want to explain myself. I just wanted some time away. I was going through some stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, are you okay though now? She's like, yeah, I'm great and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, cool. And then I realized, okay, well, I'm unblocked, right? So that's another incident that happened. Like, guys, there's so many. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to cover everything in this video, and it would just take time. I would not, but I'm just gonna cover everything that I remember, and yeah, put it up there, just, yeah, since you guys asked. So after that, I realized that, okay, she was dating this other guy, right? This other white guy, and they were spending a lot of time together, which I did not have a problem with. And she would call me, she would voice note me, she would video call me, you know, she would be that person towards me, and I appreciated that. Like, I had no problem with that. And like I said, now guys, I have a forgiving heart. If I'm like, address something to you, we talk about it. Trust me, I'm not gonna be talking about this tomorrow. Like, I'm over it. If we address it, as long as we address it, I'm over it. But if it's not addressed yet, there's no me talking to you until it is addressed. Do you get what I'm saying? So I hate putting a glass and put straight here. It just don't work. So Fine. I was happy for her with the relationship with this guy, and I remember there was an incident, and then she called me, and she used to voice note, so we used to voice note each other back and forth, right? And then this one time she calls me, she's drunk, right? She's like, I think my boyfriend likes you. And the boyfriend is around as well, and she's like, babe, do you want a threesome? I can see you like my friend. And the boyfriend is laughing at the background, like, oh, what do you mean? No, you know, like the guy is not saying no, the guy is not saying yes, but it's like trying to figure it out. Is this a joke? Is this a prank? Like, is this for real? You know? So I'm like, no, man, stop it. She's like, no, because because he had your voice, and he's like, yo, Nakho has a nice voice, and I'm like, ah, come on, get over it. It's not that big of a deal, right? Right, okay, guys. And then my friend, okay, fine, we got over that, and it was not a big deal. I don't want to lie. It was not an issue whereby it kind of like made us clash in a way. No, it was not. And then this other particular day, she is lost again. She's drunk. She calls me, and she is venting on this video, on this call. She is talking about a whole lot of things. I don't know what triggered those emotions from her, but I do believe that those are the emotions that were always there. And to be honest, I think that's the only time that's the only time I was given an opportunity to see what this person feels about, or how this person feels about me, or what this person thinks about me, right? So on this call, she is talking, she is venting about how now I had it easier in life, and how she struggled while she had a friend like me, and how she lived in my shadow. You know, she talked about how I used to wear human hair wigs, like, you know, I used to wear like expensive hair and while she had to put a synthetic wig on, and like basically how she had to watch me live a life, you know, that she likes or she wants. And she's like, to be honest with you, I'll never forget that call. To be honest, I don't know if it was a call or it was voice note. I think it was a voice note. And she was like, to be honest with you, I'm fucking happy where I am, and things are happening for me, and I'm at the place where I feel like I don't want to share everything with you because I don't know if you're happy for me or not. Like, literally, she said those things. And again, like, guys, I'm not the person to interrupt a person when they're talking. Now I listen. As much as I like talking, I will listen. So I'm quiet and just listening, and she is busy praising her friend, her other friend, how that friend was there for her, and you know, she was struggling with a certain breakup, and I was not there, right? She is going on and on and on. And all I said was, I remember all I said to her was like, look, I have nothing against you. I want you to be happy. I want the best for you. I want you to live your best life. I want good things for you. And if I ever made you feel like I'm not a good friend or I've never been there for you, I'm really sorry about that. Could be that now I was going through my own things, and maybe really you were not transparent enough to me to tell me that you were going through something, right? Because I feel like you can only be there for someone when they allow you to, when they tell you that I need you. This is happening in my life. At the end of the day, guys, we can't just throw bones and assume that people are going through things and we must be there for them. You understand? Like, if I'm going through something and I need some moral support from my friends or anybody, I'm gonna let them know. I need to open up and let them know this is what's happening in my life. So that's basically what I said to her. Like, I wish you had told me. And also the weak things and living my best life in front of her thing, I did not pay too much attention to it because I felt like, this is, you know, I didn't take it serious. Literally, I did not take it serious. I just thought, it's whatever, like, it's not big of a deal. But I could tell Guti, it's something that's been within her, that's been inside her, and she's been bottling up and feeling, right? So from this call, still nothing happened. We're not in a bad blood, right? We are good. Wake up in the morning, hey babe, we share, we talk as usual over voice notes. So I decided to go to Cape Town, right? And then when I decided to go to Cape Town, she was like, oh, that's great, I'm gonna get a chance to introduce you to this man of mine. And I'm like, okay, cool, that would be nice. And fortunately, land in Cape Town. Nyani meet up with them. We went out for lunch and then went to the guy's place because she was basically also based there. She had his apartment, yeah, but also most of the time she was spending it with the boyfriend, obviously, right? So I was gonna be based where the boyfriend is, or I was gonna be based where she is, and that time she was with the boyfriend. Very well, guys, we had lunch, meet the boyfriend for the first time. Decent guy, gentleman. She also looking stunning, she's glowing, she looks beautiful, she looks happy, and I'm very happy to see my friend more than anything here. I really didn't care about any other thing, I was just happy to see her. So we went out for lunch. From lunch, went to the guy's place to drop my bags, and we were going out. So I changed to comfortable shoes and we went out. And then from the place we were in, we were drinking. We had a wine, I think. So my friend was a bit tipsy at this point. And also when we got to the guy's place, she still consumed more alcohol, right? So very well. Guys, on this restaurant and we're chilling, ordering drinks. Oh, actually we were ready to order drinks. We did not. Did my friend not just call out this other couple? Neighbor, what are you guys looking at? Why are you looking at? And the boyfriend's like, what are you doing? Like, no, why are they looking at us? What are you looking at? What are you like? She said, like, what are you looking at? In a very, very cocky way. And to be honest, I didn't know that side of her. Like, I was shocked, like, why would you be bothered about people looking at us, you know? And she was frustrated that me and the boyfriend, we do not understand this whole thing. Oh, we are not on a side, or like, see women, yeah, what are you guys looking at, right? So she just stood up and she left. I think she Ubered back to the boyfriend's place. Also, we did not even get the drinks, guys. We just followed her, right? Oh no, we were not driving. The guy left the car because we were not drink. We also Ubered back to his place. But when we got to his place, she was gone, right? So I'm stuck here. I'm trying to call her. She's not calling. I mean, she's not picking my calls. Bear in mind, this person is now leaving me with a boyfriend. Make it make sense. I don't get it. Finally, she's not calling me back. She's not picking my calls. The guy's like, no, Nakho, just come up. And then I came up. I requested water because at this point, yes, I was feeling tipsy, but at this point, I am just uncomfortable. Okay, I'm really uncomfortable because this is not my boyfriend. I don't know this person. This is my first time meeting this person. Like, you know, I don't want to be drunk or whatever, you know. And he's ordering drinks. I'm like, no, I can just have water. I just want water. Started drinking water, and then this guy started being smooth with me, guys. Like, hey baby, don't worry about her. Like, I really don't care about her. No. She gets drunk. She's rude. This guy literally started talking down on my friend and started calling me baby, and came and tried to reach for a kiss. And at that time, like, I'm just looking at my phone trying to, and then one comes in, did this guy not kiss me? And then I quickly pushed him away because, ew. And another thing, he was not even my type. And I'm not saying because it was not even my type, I did not do anything with. No, but guys, boundaries. I'm not that person, literally. Okay, I have boundaries. I respect people's relationship. I respect my friendship. I valued my friendship more than whatever. Okay, so I'm like, yo, stop. Like, you don't have to talk about that. You don't have to talk like that about my friend. If you don't like her anymore, it's fine, but just don't do that. Don't call me baby. Don't try to kiss me. You don't know me from a bow soap, okay? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she's like, okay. He's like, okay, listen, you're gonna sleep there. Show me the spare room, and then I'm going to bed. And already that time it was around, I think it was around 6, 7. And The guy went to bed. I don't know where his bedroom was, but it was down the passage. I had no interest of knowing where the bedroom was. I went where I was located by him, locked myself inside, changed into my pajamas, and got in bed. I tried calling my friend, still no luck. I think around 10 she called me back, and then she's like, I'm at the door, can you please open for me? And then I woke up. Don't vulela, guys. You know, talking about this is literally just opening up certain things, scars, and yeah, it's whatever. So don't vulela, guys. Very well. Now she is inside, right? She comes straight to my room. She's like, let's go. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not even gonna change to my clothes because I'm sure we're gonna take an Uber. Just pack the rest of the things that were not inside my suitcase. And I'm like, wait, before we leave here, because I didn't want a situation whereby we're no longer in that place, and then I confide, you know, I tell her, listen, your boyfriend tried to kiss me, or your boyfriend kissed me, and I'm not there, right? And the boyfriend gets an opportunity to deny or make me look like I was the one trying to make a move on him, right? So I had to like tell her while we're there. I was like, yo, listen, before we leave here, I need to tell you, your boyfriend tried this. This is what your boyfriend did when you were not here. And she was like, really? I knew it. And then wham, to the boyfriend's room. All I heard was like, did you kiss my friend? You kissed my friend? And then the guy was like, yeah, I did. We're not here, so what are you going to do? And then right? And then she came back and we left. While we're at the Uber drive, going to her place, she tells me that, yo, I took his car keys and his wallet. I'm like, what? You literally stole his wallet and car keys. Why would you do that? Like, I just hate him, no, you know? But look, I don't know love language, guys. Other people, that's what they do in their relationship. They just take each other's things. They smash each other's things when they're fighting. Maybe this is their fighting language. I don't want to get in the middle of it. So I got to her place and I slept. I think Dr. Ango didn't realize that she's up and she's panicking because I think the guy called the police, right? Claiming we stole his things. I don't know why we because I didn't take nothing. Like, I only took my bags and myself. But yeah, that's what happened. So I told her, listen, just return these things. Don't do anything. Just return the car keys and whatever that's with you. But I think that was handled as well, right? Moved on from that. And I think that was actually the breakup. Or I think they ended up seeing each other again or something. But yeah, that relationship ended very badly. She ended up blackmailing the guy. And she ended up blackmailing the guy for a rent, because the guy was the one that got her the apartment she was staying in and the one renting the place. So she couldn't afford that place anymore. She ended up blackmailing the guy into paying 3 months in advance of rent. And yeah, rent was 3,000 a month, so she blackmailed him for 9,000. And then yeah, I think also the guy was a divorcee and the ex-wife was a lawyer. So I think the guy ended up confiding ex-wife, I mean, and then the ex-wife took it upon her ukuthi makaseve my friend with some papers to say, you're not gonna keep doing this blackmailing thing or they'll be held to pay. And that's really scared my friend off, and that was the end of the relationship, right? So also along this whole thing, guys, my friend has a tendency of also like saying, you know, speak highly of her other friends when I'm around and make me seem like I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough. I remember there was a time she was venting and speaking highly of this other friend, I'm telling a time that's like she's never had anyone do anything for her. And I thought to myself, this girl has a very selective memory, or very short memory, because I remember there was a time I went out for shopping and I bought this girl shoes from YDE. I was doing shopping YDE with her around, but I felt that like me picking stuff up and she's just there in Capri. So I was like, babe, take whatever you want. What do you want? And she saw these nice cute red heels. She's like, these are one, and those shoes were like 900 rand. I was like, okay, cool. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm serious. She has never mentioned that. And bear in mind, It's one thing when you're complaining about that and you know you are a giving person yourself, you are a gifting person yourself. You are not that person yourself, right? And it also goes back to Indoba. She was wearing synthetic wigs or whatever, or bondings, while I was putting on weaves or human hair and stuff. This person is a person that does not share her things with other people, and that's just her principle. She hates borrowing people clothes. She hates borrowing her things to other, like she hates giving indozake to abanaban. She does not do that. It's her principle, and so being surrounded by a person like that, you take it as if since nabo bengabantu who don't want you having their things, they also don't want indozaband. Because if she wanted her, I would have given her her, but I never thought she wanted her from me. Like, you understand? She was very headstrong with the principle, and that's just it. Do you get it? Because I remember at that stage of our lives, there was a girl I was going to church with, and I remember that girl down my Peruvian wig. You understand? Because she never gave me an idea that I can never take handouts from anyone. Yeah, now she was that person. So hence I couldn't talk much about the fact that she was struggling next to me. Now she was struggling because she loved clothes. She didn't believe in buying expensive hair. I'm a person that loved hair. I did not give a shit about hair. About clothes. I still don't. I love makeup. I love hair. You understand? That's where I put my money in. That's where I invest in. Yeah, now she loved clothes. That's where she invested in. And that's what was unique about us. We love different things, right? So I just didn't see her as that person, because I know her. She will never give up something for Onyumto, because she's just like that. I can believe it. So I didn't think what she would want something from me, right? So like I said, okay guys, the friendship here too, it has its days. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't talk, and that's fine. We don't have to talk every day as people. You can still be friends every day, to be honest, you know. So she met this other white guy again, and this guy was staying in Camps Bay, and yeah, we took pretty much that. And I realized that she was not comfortable now sharing her relationship things with me, or introducing me to the boyfriend. She was, you know, there were other things that were happening in her life she was not sharing. She started a business. She did not share it with me, because why? I don't know. Maybe she felt like I don't have to know, or I'll poison it or whatever. But that was not the kind of person I was, or I am, you know. But gay, it's fine. She felt what she felt and did what she did, and she had her reasons, and I respect them to this day, to be honest. As much in Gazazi, but I still respect those decisions. Those were her decisions, you know. So with this relationship, she moved there to this guy's place. I also was going through a lot, as usual, in my marriage. So I went to Cape Town. I was like, yo, I'm gonna take over your lease, right? Because I didn't believe in not paying her for indawo yakhe. So I took over her lease. I stayed, because it was a studio apartment already fully furnished. Took over her lease, and I think lease yake 3 months it expired, and I thought, well, I need 3 months exactly in Cape Town. I don't need that much. I'll take the lease. So I took the lease, guys, and we sing each other here and there. They fight with the boyfriend. She comes over to this place, she sleeps. I don't demand anything out of her, because she's my friend, right? It got to a point, the relationship was really rocky with the guy, because I'm not gonna mention as a Zuntoitu, because you know, but this guy would break up with her, kick her out. I'd have to beg. We're begging this guy now to take her back in and stuff. But that was the relationship was in. And look, if she wanted to stay in that situation in Jalo, that was her choice. And at that point, I felt like I didn't have much say when it comes to relationship, because I remember trying at some point to talk to her about that relationship, because she was cheating on the guy, ne? And the guy was treating her good. So I kind of said to her, don't you think it's time for you to give it a chance in a way and stuff? And she snapped him like, who are you to tell me? Sorry about that. She was like, who are you to tell me that you are the same person that is cheating on your husband and stuff? I was like, baby, I cheat on my husband because my husband is a cheater. I am helping him cheat better, so we cheat together. You know, like I tried to make her see that I cheat on him because he's a cheater. He does not deserve my loyalty because he's not giving me his loyalty. But now when are you cheating on a man that's not cheating on you, that is literally worshiping the ground you walk on? It just don't make sense, you know? And I told her, like, if I can have a man that wouldn't cheat on me, I'll be there looking at that man and not doing any other thing except that. So like, no, keep your opinion to yourself. No, I don't need this opinion of yours right now. That's when I learned to mind my business. Okay, that's when I learned to mind my business. So yeah, that happened, and the guy caught her cheating, caught her, kicked her out. So now we had to beg this guy. Fine, get the guy eventually took her in again, right? But cycle, and then guys, Cape Town. I left Cape Town, and that was after 3 months. Left Cape Town. She's doing good. She's having a beautiful life with the guy. They stay in Camps Bay. You know, they do vacations, all of that, and I'm happy for her, guys. I am happy for her. Like, I always make sure that I tell her, like, baby, I'm happy for you. Like, this is the life you deserve. I do that. I say those things as much as decides what to remember, because guys, will remember what they want to remember and not remember what they don't want to remember. Also, despite everything else, she was a good listener. Like, she used to give me great advices at times, you know. Sometimes not all of them were great, but she was there. She was listening. She was comforting. She you know, we understood each other. We synced like this. We understood each other. Even if now I do not give you the best advice, but we're both adults here, right? I get, guys, left, went back home, but this time I went to my grandmother's house because I really do not want to go back to my house. So while I'm at my grandmother's house, now this is the last straw. This is what happened. So while I'm in my grandmother's house, we're having a conversation, man. Oh, we have a conversation about, I don't remember what we're having. Oh, we're talking about, we saw a person we both know posting like nude pictures on social media, right? So we were talking about this person, and guys, and my grandmother is very nosy, ne? So I tried all means as much as I see that guys but ngase uthele the twang zethu so that so, and I'm saying well, these are, you're the person, and also Ichomiam, guys, is a person who is very in love with her body. She lost a lot of weight. Like, she was petite at this point, petite, you know, and she used to love taking pictures, you know, as a pictures daring first literally naked and with a mirror, and you know those Kim Kardashian pictures. She used to love taking those mirror selfies, figuring completely, and then covering sandla and then it's a mirror picture stuff. She used to do that. She used to love taking those. I think it's always been in her, even when she was a bit thicker. I mean, when she was thicker, she used to take nice daring pictures, and her pictures are always beautiful. Like, she took nice pictures because she's a beautiful girl. She's a pretty girl anyway. So I'm like, yeah, Ubani is taking nasty pictures just like yours. She's like, why would you say my pictures are nasty? Guys, I was trying to say nude pictures, but the first word that came to my mind was nasty. And when I said nasty, I did not mean that they were disgusting. I was like, they nasty, you know, that's nasty, you know, like, you know. That's what I meant. I didn't mean it in a way that these pictures were disgusting to look at. No, they were nasty. They were nude pictures. So instead of using the nude name, I used nasty name. So I'm like trying to explain to her, but no, man, babe, this is what I meant. And in a lab, guys, did you respond that? Gomoyo pants, because I'm not, it was not, I do not mean it in a bad way. That's all I can say. Yo, guys, did this girl not send me a long ass message tripping about me calling her pictures nasty? She was like, I am sick of you. I am done with you. How dare you say my pictures are nasty? Yeah, that's what happened, guys. And then she went on social media. I guess she dragged me. She called me all sort of names, that I'm a prostitute. She called me all sort of names. She called me what? She talked about my marriage. Like, she said, I think highly of myself. I think I'm better than other people. Like, on social media. And she was just coming for me and coming for me and coming for me, until I reached to a point where I'm tired, and then I retaliated, you know, because I think more than anything, I think that triggered me more than her talking about my marriage. Anything else she said about me, I couldn't give a ash about it. But when she tapped on my marriage, because my marriage was a personal matter, my marriage was a very private matter to me, that only close people to me knew what was going on with it, you know. And I can't also, as much as she tapped on my marriage, she did not tap on, not everything she said about it was true, you know. So I kind of lost it. So now I went back on social media, because at the end of the day, I knew things about her that I did not disclose. There were a whole lot of things that I do not talk or bring up, because I didn't want her to feel ashamed around me. I'd rather shove them under the carpet. And I knew the type of person. There were a lot of things. Hence again, now I went with social media, all the things. It's like, right? So pretty much that was it. Obviously, yeah, people on social media intervened, but guys, stop doing this. See, we looked up to y'all, we loved y'all friendship. And every time I tell people this is what happened, this girl is tripped. But like, guys, you sit with yourself, you reflect back, you realize it was more than that. It was really not about the nasty word. It was just her, and her being her. She udala in the meat, in a way. Udala, she's been, you know. And me saying her pictures are nasty kind of maybe triggered a lot of things, you know. So that was it. She blocked me everywhere. I blocked her back, and it was the end of the friendship. And I had to deal with that, and it was the hardest part. It took me a lot, guys, to heal from the whole friendship breakup. You know, I would have anxiety, I would have a panic attack, like when I think about, and now it was not even about what happened that day, and then she went on social media and started having a parade about my name day. It was not even about that now. It was more about me reflecting on everything, on every person I met along the way, asking me, are you sure this girl is your friend? Do you really love this friend of yours? Is this really your friend? You know, I had people that I meet, are you sure this girl is your friend? Do you really like this girl? You know, why do you like this girl? Like, and at that time, I did not see that these people were seeing something that I was not seeing. And I will boldly, proudly say, hey, wait, that's my friend. What do you mean? No, you know? I'm like, well, please do not. That is my B, okay? So it was me reflecting back, looking at the situation that maybe I've told you guys about also, and just picking up and collecting the whole thing and bringing it home. And like, you had all the signs. You were given everything to get rid of this friendship, and you still looked the other way. You know, I was. And I think I beated myself up a lot about that. because I'm like, how could you be so blind? How could you be so stupid? You know, this person never liked you from the word go. This person never loved you. This person wanted to get close to you so they can see how is your life going, what is happening in your life, you know, what's going on for you. Not because they cared or wanted to befriend you, to be honest. So it was realizing such things and also reflecting on myself. What role did I play? Guys, honestly, I was not a perfect friend. Like she said, I wasn't there for her in maybe in certain times she needed me, but like I said, I did not know she was going through things. But I do know, as much as she says there are times I was there for her, and she forgot about those times. Everything I did for her, she seemed to forget about it. I remember there was a time at Kabane with that boyfriend of hers that was staying in Camps Bay. I left my apartment to go to her. The time was 1 a.m. in the morning. I requested an Uber 1 a.m. so that I can go to her, curl with her in bed and hold her and just let her cry. And you know, that's the extra mile I took. And I did not want to thank you for that. But since it's kind of sad when someone just decides to have a selective memory about the good things that you've done for them. You know, so yeah, man. In all honesty, that's what happened. It was just hard for me to let go. Not really let go, but to forgive the situation. You know, I did not hate it though. That's the funny part about this whole thing. I did not hate her. I didn't know how I feel about her. You know, I didn't know how I feel about her. But I do know whatever I felt at that time, it was not hate. And I was hurt though. I was really hurt. And every time I would get to these anxieties or these panic attacks, I would make a silent prayer. I'd be like, God, help me heal from this, help me move on from this, help me forgive the situation, help me learn from it and just put it behind me. It took me 3 years, guys. I kid you not, it took me 3 years. And I'm proud to say it. Even if she watches this and she's like, yeah, mission accomplished, that's what happens, like, good, you suffered. I did. It took me 3 years because I lost a person I loved. I lost a best friend. I lost a sister. I lost someone I looked up to. But also, let me tell you something that also happened when I actually allowed myself to let go of all the pain and her, and no longer having her around my aura. I flourished. I kid you not, I flourished. If I tell you that I have always wanted to do a YouTube channel, and if I tell you what I shared that idea with her, I told her, like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I even bought a camera, guys. This is my second camera. I told her I want to start a YouTube channel, and she said to me, who's gonna watch you? You don't even have social media. Like, who, like, do you know how many people on YouTube? What will, like, who's gonna watch you? Who will have interest in watching you? And I kid you not, when she said that, we were still friends, and like I said, her opinion mattered. I sat there, I reflect, I'm like, oh, she's so right. Nyani, who's gonna watch me? Why should I even do this? Like, the idea of a channel disappeared completely from my head. I just told myself, nah, it's not for me, you know. But where I'm getting it is, I started the channel and she was no longer part of my life. And I'm not saying I'm doing great, but babe, I'm happy I started. I am happy I started. People who love me, are here watching, and that's enough. That's enough. And I had to tell, I had to have a conversation with myself. Like, I was starting a YouTube channel for people. I was starting a YouTube channel because you love doing that. You love engaging with people. You love sitting there, talk to your camera, sharing your life, sharing a part of you, showing people who you are, embracing who you are. And what is the reason? Are you doing it for people to like you, or just be some bimbo cloud chasing person, or what? And I knew that I am none of that. I'm not a cloud chasing bimbo. No, I don't want to be that at all. That's not me. I'm here because I want to be here, and I feel like this space needs someone like me as well. I bring something different, and I'm here. Do you get it? My life started flourishing, guys. I started chasing everything that I've always wanted to do. I started taking big steps that I've always been scared to do, because also with her and my marriage, she'd be like, if you leave your husband, who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna take care of you? And you know, she was always that voice that kind of like reasons and tells me that I am nothing with this man, without this man. You know, she was also playing that role. But why would you? And every time I tell her that I'm not happy, she's like, but do you see the things this man does for you? Which other man is gonna do these things? And then you realize, this person not focusing on the issue here. As much as the husband was doing but I'm not happy. I also left after I had strength and courage to leave that marriage. So her not being around turned out great for me. Like it changed me. I'm not gonna lie, it changed me, but at the same time it changed me into a better person. You know, it changed me into having my own reasoning voice. Stop looking for other people to reason for you. Hey, you must have a reasoning voice of yours in your head. It changed me into believing in myself, trusting myself. It gave me confidence, you know. And I remember the time she was dragging me on social media, like, she's not even that pretty. And I was thinking to myself, for you to even come for my looks, it says a lot about you, you know, because no one can come for my looks, my guys. No one can come for me and says I'm ugly. That's how much confidence I have in myself. With or without makeup, I still think I'm the flippiest. Like, I'm freaking beautiful. I think like that about myself. I think I'm gorgeous with or without makeup. That's just how I am. And I think it's because it took me a long time, and it took everything in me to build my confidence. Hence, it's not breakable. It's no man, no woman, no friend, no family member, no whatever that can come and break my confidence. Ain't no way. Ain't gonna happen at all. Ain't gonna happen. You know. So with her leaving my life, it was a very tragic situation. It ended badly. It hurt me. I started spending so much time with myself, but I'm also glad. You know, sometimes, guys, as in Zindo, I a blessing in disguise. You know, I feel like change is very uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. Change is very uncomfortable. And another thing, we must also realize there's so much power in your tongue, because when I reflect back into this situation and stuff, what happened between us not so long ago, before kwenzeka incident yoba sixabane siyothukana ko Facebook, what happened was I was praying, and in my prayer I said, God, please show me intaba zam. Anyone that's not meant to my life, please take them out. Anyone that's meant for me must stay. You understand? But you see, the thing is, when you make such prayers, I think you're just venting to God and not really thinking into depth. But because God answers and God hears, He'll do that. And when He's doing that, you have forgotten completely that you ever said such things. It's only when uhleli phansi or reflect, oh my God, I asked for this. So now with that happening, and I sat and I'm like, oh my word, I asked for this. I was like, it is well. It is well. It is painful though, but it is well. It is well, and I am willing to feel And that's the type of person I am, guys. I allow myself to feel. Now, I'm not the type of person that's gonna wanna numb my pain with antidepressants, with pills, with alcohol. I'm the person that allows myself to feel whatever that it is I need to feel. I'm that person. I allow myself to feel. I allow myself to face my demons. That's just me. So also with that, that's what I did. I allowed myself to feel it every day, if it was every day. But to think about it every time it comes in my mind. I think about it, every day. But eventually you forget about the person. Eventually, oh, we used to do that. And if you ask me now how I feel about her, I have no feelings towards her. I don't hate her. That's one thing I'm very sure of. I don't hate her, and I've prayed for her, believe it or not. I have. And I do not make a bad prayer for her, but I want her to go through the most. No, I made a good prayer that God, keep her safe, keep her warm, keep her loved, keep her blessed. Those are the prayers I made. And allow me to forgive whatever situation happened between us, and we're both able to move on with our lives. That's pretty much what I did. I just allowed myself to feel every inch of it, every inch of betrayal, everything, every day. It was a roller coaster ride. Took me 3 years, I kid you not, took me 3 years to get over the situation, to stop cringing every time I think about certain things she did to me. Like, it just took a whole lot. But I remember the first time I think about something she did and I did not cringe. I knew I have been liberated. I knew that God said, it's enough now. It's really enough for you now. So yeah, but also it comes with its faults, guys. I have started having trust issues when it comes to friends. I started isolating more, like keeping to myself, spending so much time with myself. But I think that helped me because I enjoy my own company, to be honest. I really enjoy my own company because when I'm alone, I get to reflect on my life. I get to think about what I can do better, what I can try out, what I can, I get to be in my head. But the major downfall is my ability to bring people close to me, friends close to me. I have 2 people in my life that are so beautiful, I cannot take that away from them. They are 2 beautiful individuals, loving, caring, attentive. Oh my God, guys, these people push me every day. I talk about them. I usually use their names when I'm telling stereotypes. They are beautiful souls. I met Usnazo first. Beautiful souls. They push me. They encourage me. They clap for me. They vouch for me. They promote me. They talk about me in rooms when I'm not even there. Like, they believe in me. They love me. And they see me as Nakho. They've taken time to understand me. I was listening to Usnazo the other day saying, hey Chome, I wish people can understand you. When we are batanda bandu, but at the same time you love your space very much. You want people over, but people must know when to go home. Like, that's you. It's not that you hate them, it's just that social anxiety. People don't know that about you, that we also have social anxiety when you get so awkward when you are in places with huge crowds and stuff. And she's right. And I appreciated the fact that she took her time to read me, because I had no time. I did not tell her that. I did not tell her that's the type of person I am. But she took it upon herself to spend time and look at me and see the type of person I am. You understand? Like, guys, I have 2 beautiful friendships, and I've managed to put them together, like Usinhle and Usnazo. Like, they get along without me even now. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch, like a beautiful thing to have. I'm safe there. Like, I feel very much safe there. And it took me time to trust. That's where I was going, because now I'm just all over the place. It took me time to trust. It took me time to put my guard down and say, I'm ready for you to be my friends. And I had to sit them down. I had to tell Usnazo where I've been through. I had to tell Uzinhle what I've been through. I had to tell them about this friendship. I had to tell them why maybe sometimes I don't come off as a loving friend. Sometimes I'm not into their lives. I'm not into what's happening in their lives. It's because these are the things I've went through. And also, I think that my previous friendship taught me to put boundaries. To put boundaries, stick to them, and yeah. But more than anything, I told them simple things. All I want from my friendship is respect, communication. I won't know if you do not like something. I won't know if you don't talk to me about it. If you sulk about it and just decide to not talk to me about it, and then 20 years down the line you're telling me when you're drunk, it's not gonna work. I told them those are things I'm not willing to accept. You do such a thing, I am done. You know, and I also got to understand them and hear what they also won't take. So honestly, I'm not gonna say to you guys give up on friendships and stuff, but I know we always hold on to friendship as a sukaku denazo, because that was the friendship and sukaku deny. That was my childhood friendship. So you feel like even if you make it in life, you want to make it with this person, sometimes you guys are gonna grow apart. Sometimes your destinations are not the same, and even the route cannot not be the same, so you guys have to divert. The other one has to take the off ramp, and the other one has to carry on the into line. So it's things that growing up you're gonna need to learn. And also, if you're not losing friends while you're growing up, you're not growing. You are not, okay? But other than that, Hashem, I don't want to lie. Now, I had to work on myself. I had to forgive. I had to talk to God. I had to pray. I had to allow myself to feel things. I had to allow myself that I failed myself. I failed a lot of things. I had to also allow that I failed her to a certain extent in a certain way. I also had to take accountability that you also gaslighted the whole situation. You also took her dirty laundry to the social. So now we're wrong. You know, I had to take accountability for such things. I had to take accountability of you were also ignorant. You do not see that certain things that are happening to you or happening in your life, they don't bring her joy. Like she's in a different place than you, and she feels like God has forgotten about her in a way, and you were busy, so consumed in your life that you were not seeing that she feels like God has forsaken her, forsaken her life. Her life is not going to change anytime soon and stuff. So I took it upon myself to reflect and and look at those things. Okay, guys, I feel like I spent an hour talking. My jaws are even tired. I need to drink some water. But I think this conversation is, I think this conversation with you guys was a bit, bittersweet. Bittersweet? I don't know. It was just that. But it's one of those things. But also, while I'm talking about it, I'm kind of triggered to a certain extent. But how am I feeling about it now? I'm talking about it. I am fine, to be honest. I have healed from the situation, and I'm good. So yes, guys. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. So if you guys hear her appearing in another story, I don't want like what happened with her. Like this is exactly what happened. So anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And please leave your comments down below. I'm looking forward to them. Take care of yourselves. I love you.